Session. As always, we are going to be focusing in on student success, which is one of our board priorities. We're focusing in on student success within our ELD grouping of students. And just as a reminder, in all of the professional growth that we do and the work that we do within our classrooms to attend to the needs of our students in the most appropriate and effective way to be the most responsive, we are adhering to our TQS. And here you have the group of consultants that are always able to support you. We're excited to be able to come out to your schools if needed. Please do connect with myself, Stacy Itterman, or Rebecca Hartwick over the next few weeks if you do have any questions regarding ELD, and we'll be able to connect with you and then try to answer any comments or questions you might have. You may have seen at some of your schools potentially our amazing English as an additional language enrichment team. And these three ladies have been working since the start of the school year at different schools to help with ELD and supporting language development across the district. So today we are blessed to be able to have Zorica Gvozdek, sorry, Zorica. I tried my hardest to try to get that after practicing it a couple of times here with us. She is a community learning advocate for the newcomer services at the Calgary Public Library. She has over 20 years of experience both in program design and service delivery, and she is passionate about the role libraries play in supporting vulnerable populations. Zorica herself is an immigrant and finds helping newcomers access resources and build community especially rewarding. So at this time, I'm going to stop sharing my screen and I'll let Zorica take over. She'll have the opportunity to introduce herself as well and then lead you through some really amazing resources that are available through the public library.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much, Stacy, for that introduction. I just realized actually that my role changed a little bit, but it's all good. And I just want to say before I start that I actually cannot share. Can you please just give me that privilege?
Yes, I can definitely. Give me 1 second.
No worries. And while we are just waiting for that, yes, what I did present last year at the Teachers Convention, and it was really such a rewarding experience for me, and I will say why. So my job title currently at the library is I am in the programs and partnerships, and I am a liaison for newcomers. Now, myself being an immigrant, it does make sense to definitely understand maybe a little bit more how it is when you come to the new country and the new environment. On the other hand, I especially love this connection with the schools because I am a teacher myself. So I come from Serbia, and I was a geography teacher there. So the school system is different, and once you get your degree as a teacher, you get a degree for a certain subject that you would be teaching, and I could teach like in both elementary and high school. So again, I loved my job there. I've been here in Canada for 21 years, and I've been working for the library for 20 years. So definitely I love my job in the library as well. So the connection with the schools is really my passion. Um, I still cannot share my screen.
Zorica, did once you pressed when you went in to try to share, did it give
It's
you
it's inactive. It's inactive. It
hmm,
says that only meeting organizers and presenters can share. Is it?
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 1 second, let me see.
Sure, no worries. Okay, I will continue just talking a little bit about what the library is doing. So last year we had a reorganization, not a huge one, but it did affect the department where I am in now, programs and partnerships. And we are really, thank you. I think I can share now. Thank you, Stacy. And we are trying to recognize even more what is needed in the community and what the library can provide. Okay. Mhm. I'm just trying to. Okay, so yeah, as I said, we do have this new department now where I am um, um, where I work now. And my focus is to help um, create not only create the programs but also recognize the needs in the community. And as we know, things are changing often with newcomers. And I've been doing this for more than 2 years, so I definitely saw lots of changes and how it affects what we do at the library. Um, One thing that I was able to organize at the Central Library is to, we do have like a Central Library tours for school-age children, and they are led by staff. We also have Central Library tours for general public. They are led by volunteers. However, there was a need for newcomers and for the organizations and agencies, like settlement agencies, to bring their clients in groups to get to know what the library can provide. So this is what was recognized, and then I kind of adopted those tours to focus on the newcomers and their needs. Um, Most of the, and that is something that I know for myself as well, and I always tell them that most of the people who move to Canada move from the countries where the libraries are nowhere close to what the library is here in Canada. And they would not know, many of them would not know to actually go to library and ask for help and receive all the free help that they can. So that's why it is so important to bring them to the library or to go to in the community and talk about everything. Um, what you see here in this picture is what we call the welcome wall. And that is kind of the first thing that people see when they enter the Central Library. And these are like three indigenous paintings. The first one by three different indigenous artists. The first one represents the past, the middle one, the present, and the third one on the right, the future. Um, and The reason I'm talking about this is that usually this is where we start the tour with the newcomers, because we also do the land acknowledgement. And what you see here on the screen is the land acknowledgement that is much shorter and simpler than what the library has otherwise, and what we use, because usually newcomers, their English is on lower level, and they wouldn't be able to understand everything. Also, starting here in front of these paintings, is really good because it's visual and we can actually explain. Many of them don't know what land acknowledgement is and why we are doing that, why we are saying that. However, many of them, when you explain why, and when we mention some things from the past, they connect to the country where they come from. Okay, so newcomer services, and I just want to say that I have a few slides here. I will go through this presentation kind of um, fast, and then I will switch to the library website where I would like to show you different things. Because unfortunately, the links cannot work through online presentation. The first one is newcomer services. What all we offer. So we do have a newcomers desk that is a partnered program with three partners, CCIS as a main one, and then Immigrant Services Calgary or Gateway, and the newest, the latest one is La Cité des Rochus, who are serving the Francophone newcomers. And because we did recognize that the number of French-speaking newcomers is increasing. Besides that, so the newcomers desk is located in 4 libraries: Central Library, Settletown, Village Square, and Shaughnessy. And then beside that, we have a job desk, also partner program with the Bow Valley College and their coaches, who are helping anyone. They can help everyone with the job search, with like creating a resume, pointing them to the right directions when it comes to where to start. Now, why the job desk is in my portfolio is because what we saw is that like a more than 90% of people coming to use job desk are newcomers. Beside that, we also have a wellness desk, and wellness desk is a free psychological like mental health help, um, and like consultation. It is completely free. It is in partnership with the Woods Homes, and it is only that wellness desk and job desks are only at the central library. Um, then, as I mentioned, we offer a library resource orientation for newcomers. That can be in person in the library, or it can be online. We also offer English language learner central library tour, um, different programs to learn and practice English. And then we do have a physical collection still. And the most important is a literacy collection and multi-language collection. Literacy collection for English language learners, much more important. And many do not know about that collection. That is, I noticed when I was touring groups of newcomers that many link teachers, for example, would like point to the children's collection for their students and their clients, which is fine. Although not the best, because like many kids books can be actually too goofy and confusing for someone who is an adult and who just has like a very low English language knowledge, right? Depending on the kids books, not all of them are really good for that. However, literacy collection is collection of the books for adults, but like like a shortened and simplified for different levels. And there's like a beginner, intermediate, and advanced level. We also have a brochure that we use um, mm, usually for an outreach or when people come, and that brochure has like the most important things that library can offer, and it is translated in 21 different languages besides English, and digital resources, which I will actually focus more when I go on the website. Yeah, free services, books, movies, Chromebooks that people can borrow. Now we do have laptops that people can reserve and sign out and take home. That is different than the Chromebooks that we have in the libraries, where they are for in-library use only. Public computers like desktops are for 3 hours only, but like Chromebooks can be used like for the whole day. But as I said, they would only work in the library. Free internet access, $5 free printing every month. It stayed $5, but unfortunately, due to the inflation, we had to, and the costs are rising constantly. So we had to increase the cost of the printing. $5 printing, $5 free credit monthly would give people up to 50 black and white pages before, but since 2 months ago, it is, I think, 33. But still, the idea behind free printing at the library is not about copying the book. It is about, oh, my apologies. It is about like printing the most important like documents or something that is needed and not like a huge amount. Free room booking. Most of the libraries, not all, but most of the libraries have some program rooms or breakout rooms that can be booked with the library card for free completely for studying or meeting or doing an interview or some leisure time. I already mentioned programs and services to help with interview skills, resume development, networking, and more. Various programs and events for different ages. And library hotline. And that's why I put the library hotline here. I will be happy at the end to open to your questions, and I will try and answer them. However, I may not have the answers to everything, but keep in mind that you can always contact a library hotline through the phone during the open hours. If we are closed, you can also send us a message through the website, and staff who work on the library hotline will reply to you through email. So definitely, if you try to use some resource that we offer and you can figure out, library hotline is here to help you. Digital library and resources. I put some links here that I thought are the most important for the newcomers, like Arrivals in English or Learning Express, Transparent Language Online, Road to IELTS, Rosetta Stone, Cypress Resume. I am just listing them now because I will actually show you on the website how they work. And keep in mind that in the digital library, we have over 100 different databases that you can use for free. Those databases are otherwise not free. So, for example, LinkedIn Learning, Gale courses, any of them. If you want to use them without the library card, you would need to pay. But the free library card gives you a free access to all these. And Memorial app is not. That is not on our website, but I did put here because it is completely free app. It was created by CBC and Radio Canada, and it is for learning English and French. So it's also good to know. And then here I put a little bit about what I thought is the most important for the kids. BrainFuse Help Now. I would think that, I would expect that you may have heard about this. And this is really good because kids can get a free tutorial, like a tutoring online. And many newcomers are kind of struggling with financially, so paying for their children to have tutors is probably very hard. So this is extremely helpful. Solaro is also, those are like guides for Alberta curriculum. You probably know that. And I usually would tell them this is great because like some of you may not know English that well, but if you're engineer, you do have ability to help your kids with math or physics, but not knowing what exactly you need to explain to them is hard. So it's really good to have this and to inform yourself what your kids are actually learning at school. Okay, and just quickly, yeah, here I put some pictures of different tours and sessions that we have had at the library. I just want to say that this tour here was for the group of Kurdish women who spoke no English at all. And I toured them and I had a translator, like they brought their translator. Um, and here we are in the kids session. Uh, and it's interesting how they actually told their translator that they wanted to know more about kids programming and kids books because most of them have like children and grandchildren, and besides like wanting to learn English, they also wanted to know like how they can spend some time with their kids who are here and learning English and will be better than them. So that's why we spend most of our time in the children's section. Sorry. Just a little bit more pictures of different programs that we did for newcomers. These are all the libraries. Okay, so I will open the website. If anyone would like to ask some questions so far, I am happy to answer that. If not, then I will just go to the website. Okay. I often actually use the library's website instead of like a PowerPoint presentation. Here, like, I don't know, I would think that most of you are familiar with our website. If not, it is calgarylibrary.ca. And under the menu here, the first thing is about registering for the library card. This is a good thing because not everyone can get to the library to get the library card. However, it doesn't always work perfectly. Sometimes there's a problem with a certain addresses, and in that case, people should either call the library hotline or just go into the first library and register in person. You also probably know that, and I can just show you here, the idea is that, so we have 22 locations, and the idea is that the whole city is covered. So we have a network of community libraries, and it really is the library's mission to for everyone doesn't have to go too far to the first library. In next few years, 3 more libraries will open down south because the city is still growing there. Okay. Yeah, here can what I had in my presentation is showing here what all people can get, like with the library card. And I will just jump to new to Canada page. So this is the web page that was developed with the newcomers in mind. It's been a few years now that we have this web page, and we try to put everything that we think is important for someone who is new to Canada and Calgary. So different links for the library card, to find the closest location, and to get familiar with what they can get with the card. And then here we have the exact schedule for the newcomers desk. So as you can see, Central Library offers newcomers desk 5 days a week. Here it also says which partner covers, and also for 3 other libraries. What is also really good is that we have drop-in English practice programs. They are for adults, but like we have them in person, and so drop-in English practice, it's this one. That is a completely a program completely developed by the library, and it's facilitated by library volunteers. Most of the libraries offer the program. Central Library offers it 3 times a week because it's so popular. And this is for beginner to intermediate. Excuse me. What we also have is advanced English practice. Advanced English Practice is the program offered only at Central Library, but that is for a little bit a higher level of English language learners, and it is offered in partnership with Calgary Essential Language Solutions, which is a private a school for English language learning. And we piloted this program last year. We tried out the different things, and now will start offering it at the end of January on a drop-in basis once a week. And there's also drop-in English practice virtual, like online one for those people who can't make to the library. Here we also have a link for booking a tour for newcomers. Now, this is something mostly for agencies and organizations who are working with newcomers, and they can pick a tour and library resource orientation together, or sometimes some groups are already familiar with the library resources and services, but they want to learn more about digital resources, so they can have an orientation only, and usually that's in classroom, or we can book a virtual one. As we have a link on our website for schools to book tours as well, either at Central or in community libraries. I would say for you as a teachers in elementary and junior high schools, booking a tour for your kids probably would be better to go through a different um, link and book it that way. But I would say, and you probably did if you booked before, I would say to put the note about your class, because usually different groups look after these bookings. If someone receives from a school with a note that it's for kids who are learning English, they would contact me, and then we would try to adapt that tour for your class, because it's different than for kids whose English is the first language. Before I dig into the digital library, again, I would think that you probably know about this page. Students, um, educators and teachers would be for you. And so this is, I went through that way, but there's another way to getting to that page, and it's educators. So that this is newly developed, like area for you. And my colleague Rafael, who is a school librarian, with our production team, developed and created these online sessions. Um, these are the sessions and programs developed for classes for schools. So you as a teacher would sign up for this if you're interested, and then show in your classes. Now, I am showing you this as a teacher, like as you are a teacher, but like this is not something that is developed for a newcomer students. But it's good to know about this. Okay, digital library. Digital library. As I said, over 100 databases are here. You can search by interest or format or audience, um, or you can just list all of them alphabetically. Like this. If we, I am just afraid if I search by newcomers or just by kids that not everything will come up. Arrivals in English. So this is the one where people can learn, like this is for basic English skills, and for the most important things, how to for life, right? Everyday life. every time you want to access one of these databases, it'll ask you to log in with the library card and the PIN, which I won't be doing now because like then it'll take me time, and I just want to show you a few different ones. Then at the end, if we have time, we can explore some together. Then I would say, sorry. Cypress Resume is a good one for adults. Um, doesn't really, it's not so much for the kids. Okay. Solaro. Um, do you like I have one kid, and she is in high school, and I know that when she started high school, the teachers were really referring them to Solaro a lot. Um, do you also refer your kids to Solaro at school?
Sorry, I was muted. I was just talking to myself there.
Uh,
I certainly, yeah, at a number of our schools, I have heard that there have been um, conversations around accessing Solera because it does offer a number of different online resources. So I'm not sure at which grade levels would it be able to support at different grade levels?
yes, and I am logging into this one because I think
Okay,
it's very important to show
okay.
you. Um, So this is Solaro is like, okay, this is something, it remembers something that I was probably searching for my daughter. Um, but so this is like those key guides, those books. I remember when I started working at the library, those books were so popular, you could never find them on the shelf. Now you can, because like these can be found online. Um, Let me just go to that's add course. So this is the whole Alberta curriculum, right? Grade 8. Um, it starts with grade 3. And then we can choose, okay, I'm gonna science. Okay, let's see. Okay, so it gives me the topics, assessments, and here. So this is why the teachers in high school probably are recommending this to kids, because like they're older, right? They can find by themselves what they need to learn and what they need to practice. But for smaller kids, this is more like for parents to actually, if they want to help, if they want to help like their kids, but not sure what exactly um, you know they should be learning, then here they can find. And this is all official, right? So like the schools have to go by this. Okay. How are we doing with the time?
We're good.
Okay.
We're scheduled for actually we're scheduled for another little bit here, so you're good to continue on if there's a
Okay.
few more pieces you'd like to share. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. BrainFuse help now. So this is, I'm not sure how much people know about this, but like you can find live tutor. So this is not like AI. This is like a real person. So that can be matched with your kid and help them with different schoolwork. That's why when you it's not like something that you can just log in and use whenever you want, but like you would need to request help first, and then they would need to find you. They once they find the tutor for your child, or for the student. Sorry, I started talking like to the parents. Once they find a tutor for the student, then they would let them know, and then they would need to be in front of the computer at a certain time to meet with them. So it's all real, just online and not like in person.
And
But
Zorica, can
again,
I just,
mhm.
sorry, can I just ask, are there tutors who speak multiple languages to be able to support our newcomers? No. Okay.
I am not sure about that. I think that would be it says here foreign language lab, French speaking support. I think that would be up to the parent to actually, when they send a request for help, to put all that and then see. Because it's quite possible that some of the tutors actually may speak different language, but I don't think it is officially offered like that. Um, I am just trying to. I also want to say that we have a program, like for years, the library is offering program that is called a TD Read With Me. That program is for children who are who are struggling to read at their level, who need some extra help for that. It could be that their learning is different than for the most of the kids. And then the library has like a pool of volunteers that would find a good match, and that volunteer would be meeting with the child in the community library, like for a certain time every week, to help them improve their reading. Now, I'm mentioning this program is not for children who are struggling to read because English is not their first language, but for different reasons. However, what we noticed in last couple of years, that more and more kids who are coming to that program are actually struggling with reading because they don't speak English well. And that is the reason why the library started exploring what kind of program we can actually develop for those children. For now, we don't have anything, but like as I said, we started working on that. So the need is recognized, but it'll take some time for the library to develop that. Rivals in English. I just want to see what else would be. I mean, I can show a lot here, but many are for adults. Mhm. Okay, Loti for kids. So this is more about like keeping your own language and learning, but at the same time, sorry, I can't speak and put the numbers. Yeah, um, this can be interesting for younger kids. Um, it goes through the app. Um, so yeah, we do have, it's not that we have tons of books in every language, but we do have some in all these languages listed here. Um, let me just, hmm. Yeah, this is um it's really hard. As I said, same as what we saw that school boards are doing now, because in last I don't know how many years, there's really an increased number of children entering the school, like arriving here with their parents and entering the school without speaking English at all. Um, which may be like a less of a problem if the child is 6 or 7. But I did some outreaches to the high schools where children arriving at the age from 15 to 19, going straight to high school and not speaking English at all. It's really hard. And same as your school board is trying to develop some program and what to do and how to help them. Same is with the library. We are also trying to develop some programs, but most of these things here, if it's for newcomers, if it's for learning English, it is mostly developed for adults, which doesn't mean that some students would not benefit from them as well. Um, so in that case, I would even suggest like a LinkedIn for Learning, or formerly known as lynda.com. That is something that why I usually suggest that to people before Gale courses is because It is pre-recorded, and people can join and practice whenever they have time. With the Gale courses, it is a live instructor, but you have to be in front of the computer at a certain time. Where with LinkedIn, you can choose, and then you can just attend whenever that works for you. The other thing that is good with the courses on LinkedIn is that, as I said, they are pre-recorded, and every course is divided in short videos, which definitely proves more successful learning. Um, as we know, with children, and same with people as well, uh, once they go through even a small task, and just that feeling of accomplishing something, finishing something, gives them a motivation to move on. So there's that, like, a dopamine is kicking in, and you feel more motivated, and then you go on and on, and in no time you will actually go through some course that is 2 hours long, if it's all like a short videos, and smaller steps, than if you open some video that it tells you straight, that is like 2 hours and no pause, and no way to kind of review anything what you're doing. So psychologically, I think that this way and this type of learning is more successful and better, and that's why I usually suggest like a LinkedIn learning uh, before some other courses. So let me. We also have in digital library, we also have Rosetta Stone. You probably know about Rosetta Stone. It's well recognized and good. I just know it's usually not the first one that I would go and offer, just because I think technically, depending on the device that someone is using, people can have some issues and problems. So it's quite well protected, and that's why it can cause some um, problems. It's not that user friendly, I would say. Um, okay. Yeah, for some students who are in higher grades, definitely these can be helpful. Um, Definitely not so much for some smaller kids. And I just remember to actually show you, this is Morel. This is that app that is developed by CBC. Um, and it's for English and French. It is completely free. Oh, okay. So you would need to create the account. And what I know is that while creating the account, you can actually share some information about yourself, age, and English level included, of course. And I think then it would deliver to you in that way, then the best. So Stacy, sorry. Um, if you are okay with that, I would open to the questions now, if there are some.
Yeah, that's perfect. Thanks, Zorica. That was a wealth of awesome resources that you've shared. Even for myself and the consultants here, there were a few things we were noting down as, oh, we didn't know about that. We need to kind
Good.
of explore a little bit more so that we can share with our
Mm-hmm.
schools and stuff like that. So no, that's fantastic. Thank you for going through the different points of access there within the website. We will stop the recording right now
Sounds good.
so that if there are any questions for those that are part of the session right now, if you want to unmute, you can go ahead.